Hello folks, welcome to API Test Automation with Rest Assured tutorial. I am Faisal Khatri. In the previous video we discussed what are POJOs, how to create a post API request body using POJOs. If you have not watched it, the link is available in the description of this video. In this video we'll learn why use a JSON file as a request payload for testing post APIs and how to use JSON file as a request body to test post APIs. Before I start explaining how to use JSON file as a request payload and we get into the code, let's first understand why to use JSON file and what are the pros and cons in using it. Using a JSON file comes handy when there are multiple test scenarios with different payloads and you need to maintain test data separately from test code. There are large or complex payloads that needs to be reused across multiple tests. There are frequently changing payloads that are easier to update in the JSON files rather than using other approaches like dynamically updating request body using JSON object arrays or POJOs. JSON files can also be used in situations where non-technical team members need to modify the test data before running the test without modifying the automation code. With the pros, this approach has some drawbacks as well. The JSON files must be updated with unique data before each test run to avoid duplicate data errors. If you prefer not to modify the JSON files before every execution, you'll need to implement test data cleanup procedures, which adds additional maintenance overhead. Let's now move to the implementation part and check how we can use JSON file as a request body to test post APIs. We will be using the post add order API from RESTful e-commerce application that is available on GitHub. The details about installation and setup of this project has already been shown in the earlier video. The link to that video is available in the description. Do check it out if you don't have knowledge about how to start and run this application. The post add order API accepts a JSON array with JSON objects as the request body. We will be using this JSON file that contains a JSON array with multiple objects. So there are two order objects in this JSON file. And this file is placed in the src test resources folder. The name is new_orders.json. For reading the JSON file, we'll use the Google JSON library, the dependency for which is already updated in the pom.xml. Check out my earlier video on project setup for more details. The link is provided in the description of this video. I have created a new class test post request with JSON file to implement the scenario and have separated the file reading logic from the test method as it keeps the test clean and helps in easier maintenance. We can also put this method in a separate utility class. So to read the file, get order from JSON method has been created, which reads the file and returns the list of orders. This list of orders will be further used in the test to send a post request with the order payload, which comes from the JSON file. As a best practice, the file is placed in the src test resources folder. An input stream is used to read the file from the class path. The get resource as stream method loads the resource as stream of bytes, allowing the application to access and process the file contents. In case the file is not found, it will throw an illegal argument exception with a meaningful message that the file is not found. The buffered reader is used for reading the file. Google's JSON library uses the type token method to specify the target type, that is list of orders, for proper generic type handling and converts JSON array into type list of order objects. The try with resources auto closes the resources to prevent memory leak. In case of any exception while reading the file, it will be caught and a runtime exception will be thrown with the message error reading the file along with the name and exception details. The test create order method sends the post request to the post add order endpoint. The list of orders equal to get orders from JSON and the file name new_orders.json will read the file new_orders.json and use its content as a request body to create new orders. After sending the post request, two verifications are performed. First, to check that the status code is 201 and second, to check that the message field in the response has the text order added successfully. Let's run the code and check the output. The data from the JSON file was successfully sent to the post add order API endpoint, and we can see the orders getting generated successfully in the system. The response has 201 created. We can also see the response message order added successfully along with the two order objects that we sent from the JSON file. And the output shows that the one test was run and it passed successfully. That's all for this video. If you have any doubt, let me know it in the comments. In the next video, we will learn how to write a post API test with a request body using builder pattern and data faker. Thanks for watching.